Okay, so what do you bring to the airport / on the plane?
Do you bring like electronics with you? Like tablets and stuff?
Yeah, don't you?
Of course I do. Like, what?
Okay.
What? I mean, even though I'm going to sleep on the plane anyway, because I haven't slept the night before, but what am I going to watch? Like the airplane movie? No.
But I also feel like a lot of them are taking them out, like a lot of the
The more frugal airlines.
They're like removing them because everyone has a tablet now, right? So it's just like, you have to bring your tablet. Yeah, I would say mandatory things that are in my backpack: tablet, headphones, and maybe snacks. You gotta have snacks. Like, hello.
Oh.
Yeah. Even before when I was a mom. Before I was a mom, I had snacks, obviously. And like, if you have room, put an extra pair of clothes. No. You never did it? No snacks?
Never. I always buy stuff at the airport. Never pack snacks. Well, that's a lie. I pack snacks in my like check luggage for like where I'm at my destination, and maybe I'll feel a little snacky in the hotel room. Snacky. But not for like, not in the carry-on.
And then an extra pair of clothes. So like, just in case, like God forbid they like lose your luggage, if you check your luggage, like puts like underwear and like shorts and a t-shirt, like just in case. And then I always buy, if I either bring snacks or I'll buy snacks in a water, always at the airport. You always need to stay hydrated while you're on the plane.
My airport routine has always been like, buy my food. Well, find my gate, right? You find your gate because you don't want to be figuring that out later.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
So, okay. So when you go through customs and security, what's the first thing you do?
You go find the gate.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Is the gate here? Is this where the flight is leaving from? Great. Out of the Toronto airport, it rarely changes, so you're pretty much good to go. But I've learned the hard way traveling in the U.S. that the gates change all the time. And their airports are massive, especially Atlanta Airport. I almost missed a flight because we were at a gate just waiting, just like Canadians being like, this is where it's going to take off from. They don't make announcements. And then we just look up on the board and see that gate has changed. We need to get on a train to be able to transfer to another terminal. Like, what? So a lot of Americans will just stand in front of the board and watch the board. And I'll be like, why are they doing that? Why aren't they sitting down? Because the effing gate changes.
Jeez. But yeah, isn't that a funny thing? Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people do this. They'll get through what they need to get through at the airport, and then they'll see where their gate is, and they have to like go find their gate to make sure it's there and to make sure they know where it is. And then once they find it, they're like, okay, it's there. Now I can do what I want to do.
Yeah, but it makes the most sense, right? You want to familiarize yourself with where it is, so now you can fuck around and shop and sit down and eat, knowing that you can plan to the last minute of, when you want to get up and go back to the gate because you know exactly where it is.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And are you the type of person that gets to the airport early, Krista?
Yes, because I have bad luck. So something would happen with a car accident or something.
Oh my God, why would you say that?
Because that's how I live my life. When I traveled for work a few years ago, I've had a lot of bad experiences traveling for work, by the way, which is why I don't like doing it anymore. I was traveling to LA, and for whatever reason, that Monday was packed to clear customs to get through. And it was a lineup even to get to the gate, to check my luggage, all of it. And I had gotten there more than 3 hours early, probably 3.5 hours early.
Wow.
The only reason why I didn't miss my flight, because I was still waiting in security or like to go through the immigration when they were boarding my flight.
Stressful.
But I had checked my bag. So the thing is, if you've checked your bag, they cannot leave you at the airport. They can't travel with a bag without a passenger. Like, that's a rule. So they have to find you or they have to take the bag off. All of that takes time. So that bought me time to run to the gates to be able to get on the plane. I was the last person on the plane.
And everyone was staring at you when you got on.
Yeah. Especially because Hayden Christensen and Rachel Bilson were on that flight at the first row. Yeah.
Shut up.
I kid you not. When they were still together.
Wow.
So Hayden just looked up and smiled, being like, yeah, I know you know who I am. and Rachel had this giant fucking sun hat on. It's like you're in a plane with the baby.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Yeah, so whatevs.
Yeah, I need to get to the airport early as well. Like, I don't care. I rather be so early. I'm more than happy just to walk around, poke in the little stores, get some food, hang out. I don't want to be rushing or stressed.
No. Like, I want to freak out at the airport. I want to have my anxiety at the airport. I don't want to have my anxiety on the way to the airport. I will just hang out, read a book, friggin' go into like a catatonic state until we're ready to like leave, because there's two parts that are anxious for me is like weighing in my bag, because I'm always right on the weight.
Oh my gosh, Krista.
So that's stressful. So I can't feel any sense of calm until I've checked in and I know that I've cleared that part of the trip.
Got it.
And then, finding the gate, I guess, and making sure that the plane isn't delayed or something, or the flight isn't canceled. It's just like, will I get on? Will it be fine?
Yeah. Yeah. So then you mentioned you didn't like the takeoff part.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Something about it freaks me out. Even though I've always traveled from like a very young age and been on airplanes, at some point in my life, the takeoff freaks me out. So we come out of the gate and we're like taxiing down the runway, and then we're waiting in line for our turn to take off. That's fine. And then now it's our turn, and we turn, and then we're there. We're ready to go. And then all of a sudden, this airplane makes the most loud, scariest noise ever to let you know it's ready to rock, which startles me every time. And then we just start to propel like a rocket ship down the runway, and then we just fly off into the sky, right?
Yeah.
And then all I'm thinking in my mind is, this is tons of metal. And for some reason, science tells me that the jet fuel is going to create this propulsion that's going to shoot us up in the air, number one, and keep us up there for as many hours that we're going to be flying, and not plummet down to the earth and like burst into flames.
I heard a stat years ago. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but they said that there's more car accidents than plane accidents.
Sure. Yeah.
So maybe keep that in mind the next time you travel. But I know it's stressful. I understand that. Yeah. That I don't like that part either. But for me, it's like the descending, because it takes so freaking long.
No,
like you're descending for forever. Like even when you're just like going normally, you're afraid of falling out of the sky.
No, it's the time that you can fall out of the sky is at the time that you're taking off. That's the chance of like crashing, right? And granted, yes, that's like an old wives' tale that you're more likely to die in a car. Feeling like I'm in control of the car though feels different than when I'm not in control of the plane. Also, I'm not going to get struck by lightning. It doesn't mean I'm not scared of thunderstorms. Like the whole point is that the risk exists. And it freaks me out. So once we get past that initial takeoff, and then sometimes, when they're hit pockets of air, whatever, you just do that like, boop, drop a couple 100 feet. Like, I need to get past that.
No, turbulence, like, no, can go away. Scares the shit out of me.